Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I am Danielle, and the channel is the Sweet Spot Mindset. Today, we're going to be talking about how you manifested this message because if you are looking to heal your blocks surrounding love, money, and your self concept, well, then guess what? Today is the day that we're going to say no more being in this weird state of wondering if you can have your manifestations or wondering how you're going to do it. We're going to break through that right now. The main topic for today is healing. And not healing in an airy-fairy way, healing in a very practical, let's get it done today. Let's get it done right now. And moving forward with life, we're going to only focus on the things that serve us. So let's just break it down with one thing. The healing is for you to be whole. The healing is for you to feel safe and secure in your environment. When you wake up each day to feel safe that things are okay, or when you are looking to manifest something in your life, consciously manifest it, like call it into your life, that you're not fearful because of your past traumas. So the healing is not just to get your things. The healing is for you to feel calm, to feel relaxed, to feel like life is not beating you like this, but that life is serving you. So the definition of healing is the process of making or becoming sound and healthy again. So your health is of the utmost importance when you are healing yourself. And health could be mental, spiritual, emotional, physical. All these things are a part of your health. But it says making something become sound, which is another word for calm, becoming sound. Also, too, let's look at similar words that are connected to healing, which would be, the main thing is ease. That's the main thing that comes up. What do I tell you guys all the time? To bring yourself to a point of ease. All is well. Everything is working out in my favor. That is my number one go-to for healing myself because, like I told you guys, and I will keep saying it, I had an ailment that was dire, and I persisted in the assumption that all is well, despite what I'm going through right now. This is temporary. I'm going to get through this. So guess what? When you look up ease, now similar words to ease is effortlessness. No difficulty, no trouble, no bother. And then underneath that is peace, calmness, tranquility, composure, serenity. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So all of these words, basically, when it comes to healing, is connected to ease, calm, all is well, everything is working out in my favor. Literally, the definitions, that's what it means. There's a such thing as limerance. Have you guys heard of limerance? If you haven't, we're going to go over it real quick. Basically, before I tell you what limerance is, I have been doing a lot of studies with the whole SP culture in manifestation community. I don't like to use the term SP as much, but I understand it's because most people they're gonna know what I'm saying. I want you to start to refer to your true love, and true love meaning like the person that resonates with you, your heart space. I want you to start referring to that person as the exact title you want them to have. I want you to refer to them as, if you want them to be a boyfriend, if you want them to be a fiance, if you want them to be your husband, if you want them to be your lover, then start referring to them as that. Because SP at this stating point is kind of like specific person can be anybody. It literally could be your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin. It can even be the cat and the dog. But when you want to be specific about what you're manifesting in love and romance, then say what the person's title is. I think that will help you a lot. So instead of affirming for your SP to change, start affirming that you and XYZ, whatever that title of that person is, affirm for that. But before we go into what to do instead, let's go into what limerence is. If you've never heard about limerence, basically, limerence, and let's just go by definition now, because I just have to let y'all know, like, I'm not just here spouting this about my woo-ha. It's literally a real thing I want you to understand. So it says here, limerence is a state of mind that describes an intense infatuation or romantic desire for another person. It's characterized by obsessive longing, fantasies, and fluctuating feelings of exhilaration and despair. People experiencing limerence often have intrusive, melancholy thoughts or tragic concerns for the object of their affection. They may also have an unreasonable desire for a romantic relationship with the person they feel limerence towards, even if that person doesn't share their feelings. Let me repeat that. They may also have an unreasonable desire for a romantic relationship with the person they feel limerence towards, even if that person doesn't share their feelings. And limerence is a state of mind that describes an intense infatuation or romantic desire for another person. Okay? So you can have a strong, intense, burning desire for another person, but they don't share those feelings for you. So then you in your mind become obsessive with the stalking, wondering what they're doing, daydreaming about them. And a lot of people are in a state of limerence, where they just have obsessive thoughts about the person, despite the fact that they have decided that they're going to work on themselves. Because your mind is used to a pattern of thinking about the person, you have to do your due diligence to only focus on your self-concept. All right? So instead of affirming for your SP, I want you to do this. Every time you want to think about this SP that you're manifesting, but they're not in your life right now, stop yourself and say one thing: I deserve to focus on me only. Literally, just like stop thinking about this person first. Think about yourself first, not them. Stop affirming for your SP to change. Focus on your own thoughts towards that person, and then only put the focus back on yourself with your self-concept. Self-concept is a must. You must change the way you see yourself. You must change the way you see yourself in any given situation. Around love, just in general, just love for yourself, love for others, just love in general, right? Money and self-concept. Now, your self-concept is a must. We haven't even talked about the money yet, because that's what most of you guys in my membership, most of you beautiful women and some of the men in my membership, when I ask you what you would like to manifest the most, it's always, I would say 90% of the time, romantic love and money. Not health, not wellness, not none of that stuff. Y'all don't want to be healthy or like have your health. Y'all want the money and the man or the woman to just be there and go off into the sunset. I totally get it. But the self-concept for most people is lacking. What is self-concept? How you see yourself in the grand scheme of the world. Your concept. Concept means to construct an image of what you see. The concept of this phone, the iPhone. Somebody conceptualized the iPhone, and that's why we have it. Somebody conceptualized this makeup palette. Somebody had to go into the lab and build a concept of how it was going to be able to flip up with the mechanism there in the mirror, and to be able to have whatever this has. So everything is a concept. It's how you construct things and how you construct your life, yourself, meaning how do you want yourself to be seen in the grand scheme of your reality? How do you want to construct your own personal self? Are you a person that wakes up enthusiastic about life? That when you go out into the world, that you are confident in your manifestation powers, you're thinking about your end result, you know that you're a conscious manifester, so that anything in your 3D reality, they're just like passing by, or just your 3D reality is really a reflection of your thoughts and your beliefs. So then if you know that there's something that you don't like, you're just like, you know what? Okay, you got that. But you still see yourself as a person who can have, who can be, who is thriving. Before you have to see it come to you, you see it in your mind. So how do you conceptualize your life when it comes to you? Nobody else outside of you, just you. How do you see yourself? How do I see myself? Honestly, I've had people tell me I'm a lot more humble than I should be, because I don't believe in the word humble. Like, I don't toot my own horn as much as I should. And that is something that I've had to work on over the course of years, because I do a lot. I do a lot in my group membership. I do a lot as a person who gives to others. And I know for a fact that most people who are working on their self-concept, most people have to get into the habit of giving to themselves first before they give to other people. Money wounds have to do with your sense of security. For those of you who are spiritual people, the root chakra, which is the color of red, and your heart chakra too, but because obviously, green has to do with like healing. So the heart chakra, the color is green. That's with healing. More importantly, with your money situation, think back to the time where somebody told you, no, you can have something. Your money wounds always relate back to most likely how you were taught to deal with money as a kid. And it's no shade to your parents. Maybe they were going through something. But now that you're older, you're looking to manifest a lot of money, but you haven't healed the fact that you're in debt, or the fact that you don't know about finances, or that you see your bank account as real when the numbers in your bank account are fake as hell. Money is a social construct. So how do you heal your money wounds? I just told you guys my story in a nutshell. Remember, healing has to do with being at ease and being calm. I had to go back and research what money truly is spiritually. Look this up, because we don't have time tonight. Money is not real. The social construct around money is. If we all decided today that the paper notes that we have do not matter, you could burn them in a furnace, and then you would not be able to have your $100 bill pay for your meal and all that stuff. The digital money is literally somebody's imagination. It's moving decimal points. You guys have to know this. I literally accept 90% of my money online. And yet and still I have everything I need. Hitting 6 figures in my life and doing multiple transactions over the course of my products. I had to really shift into, I get to be compensated. So how to heal your money wounds? Decide that you can be compensated just to exist. That if you decided right now that you're not going to work that 9 to 5, that you get to decide to provide value to the world, provide a service or a product, create a platform where people are benefiting, and you get to set your account up, put in your routing number, and boom, the money comes in. Focus on that damn routing number, because a routing number is literally like the route to your account. People get paid on Instagram, they get paid on Facebook, YouTube, all these other spaces. Okay, great. But what if you just created a website and decided that you were going to promote yourself? What if you went to your employer and said, This is what I offer to the company, and I'm asking for a raise, not necessarily because you want me to have it, because I know that I deserve it. When I asked for a raise at my company, I was like, yo, these people are going to, like, they might fire me. But then when I, over the course of 4 months, had realized that the general manager was making a whole $800 more than everyone else, but he was never in the restaurant, and I was low-key taking over his stuff as I was taking over his task as a restaurant manager. I just said, okay, well, if you guys want me to continue to work for your company for the last 4 months, these are my duties throughout the day. I come in early, I do the inventory. Late at night, I do the inventory, and I'm the person on the bar. So I listed a whole bunch of stuff. So healing your money wounds, you have to be assertive at your job. That's healing number 1. Number 2 is defining what it is that you deserve to have and what you're worthy of, because when you're at that 9 to 5, you're afraid of losing your job. I know you are. But at this point, I was like, look, if they fire me, oh well, because anything else will be better than me standing here doing 3 other people's job when I'm only getting paid for 1. Money wounds come to you because everybody views money as a sense of security. You guys understand that. If you don't have your job, you don't have nothing, right? Oh, no. You have spiritual gifts. You have qualities that you have developed from your job. Take a chance. Meditate on the next phase of your life, because this whole life, really and truly, I want you guys to understand the message to heal your blocks around money. I feel like it's connected to healing your blocks around love. If you love yourself, you will not allow your employer or your clients or your customers to lowball you. And you will not stay in a toxic relationship with your job if when you go home, you're complaining to your spouse, so you're spending time doing that. Or when you go home, you have to spend an hour decomposing with a bottle of wine because you're miserable. Or because you're healing yourself, now your calmness comes from an outside substance like TikTok, scrolling, alcohol, or overeating. When healing yourself is supposed to be ease, remember we just said what the definition of healing was. Money is the number 1 thing that people have the most issue with because it's connected to being able to have a roof over your head, means to travel, means to have food. And this is how society controls you, because you'd rather stay at a job you don't like to get the money than to heal yourself and move on. So how do we get rid of this? How do we live a life that we love? Whether you stay at a 9 to 5, you need to pick a work environment where you are happy, where at least 90% of the time you are taken care of and you are loved. And I mean that. You are taken care of and you are loved in your work environment. If that seems foreign to you, then check yourself, because you're spending 8 hours of your life at a job that you don't like. No, that's your life force. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So you going to work for everybody else to get some money and you don't even like it? No. Picking a job, quote unquote, or a place outside of your home that you are depending on money from, it has to be conducive to what you desire to have. A great boss, and I don't like to use that word, but I know, understand, a great higher up. The work environment around you, people are kind and courteous. Yeah, that's your reality to create. Also, the compensation that you get is in direct correlation to the value that you give to the company. Because remember, most of us are willing to do more for less. Oh no, baby, that's not what we do over here in the sweet spot mindset. No, you're willing to do exactly what you're hired for for the amount of money that you have negotiated. And when that situation no longer serves you, you have the courage to move on to something else. I bite my tongue a lot with telling people to leave their 9-to-5s. It's not the business. In any capacity, at least have a side hustle. And when I say hustle, a side, you could freelance on the side. What else are you good at? If you're good at editing, if you're good at babysitting, do something else on the side. Did the shutdown in 2020 not teach us anything? That your jobs can just flick you out of there? And then y'all be struggling to get support from the government? Y'all don't have to do that. Have multiple pots going with your money, because you all have the capacity to do that stuff. If you're looking to get the hell up out of there, gain all the contacts and phew, up out of there as soon as you can. Cherry is your married name. Well, I work with a beautiful Cherry as a restaurant manager, and I don't know, maybe you have a New York. Cherry, you from New York? You have a New York accent, or you have a northern accent. Brandon says, I affirm that I get paid to be myself, and boom, I got a job helping my best friend. Hello. That is an instant correlation to you get paid to be yourself and you're next to your friend, which is not going to make you be somebody that you're not. They're just going to ask you to do things that need to be done. Make it make sense. Is this my meme? Make it make sense. What the hell? When you affirm for something, when it comes to your desired reality, make it the most effortless that you can. That's what I would say. All right. Boom. Love you all. I will be on here giving you guys beautiful content. I'll see you guys in the next live, whenever that is. Love ya. Got a blast.